Alrighty, hey guys, this is Think Outside the Cube, and here we're going to do a little 65,000 mile update on my 2009 Honda Civic. Now this particular one is an EXL trim if you are familiar in any way with this channel. I actually took delivery of it on August 15th of 2014, so we're coming up on 2 years, and then I've put just under 25,000 miles on it, 24.5 and some change to be exact. And so really we're going to go over the things I like, the things I don't like. There's really nothing I hate about the car, but there's definitely some things I would improve. So before we get into it, I just want to apologize for my absence. It has been 2 weeks since I uploaded a video. It's just with exams, with the end of the school year, and then I had my junior senior beach week, which is basically just renting a house at the beach for a week with some friends, and then tomorrow I get my wisdom teeth taken out, so I'll be out of commission for a few days with that as well. So I just wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you guys. I'm not dead. I had a few comments asking me on some older videos when I was posting again. But anyways, coming up front, we'll check out how the front end has held up after 65,000 miles. Everything is original up front. I have touched up a few rock chips here and there, but the headlights haven't been touched. All that kind of stuff is original. So I did run it through a car wash. I do have like a membership at a car wash nearby. $40 a month and you get unlimited washes. They scrub the front for bugs, which they kind of don't. And then tire shine and stuff like that. It works out well, but it comes at a price, and we'll talk about that later in the video. But rock chips, I've got a new one right here. I mainly just drive on 2-lane back roads, so I'm really not on the interstate that much, driving at like 75, 80 miles an hour. If I was, this would not be the car for that. But anyways, the front end's holding up well. As you can see, we've got some dried bugs that the car wash couldn't get off. But as far as rock chips, I've got a few here and there. This one's really deep, and I've tried to touch that up, but the paint just can't seem to stick. Now as far as headlights, as you can see, they are starting to fog up quite a bit. Now it is a 09, so I've got to expect a little bit of oxidation, but as you can see, this whole like top half of the headlight is starting to fog up, and really it's not impeding light output quite yet. Over here, this one's not as bad, just a little bubble over here. Now we've got someone at work that does buff out headlights on our used vehicles. I'm sure if I asked nicely, I could get it done on my car. But it's fine right now. I'll wait till it gets a little worse, and then if they get buffed out and they just refog back up, I'll just buy some new lenses if it gets to that point. Fog lights is something I'd like to do in the future maybe, but we'll talk about that later in the video. Now coming to tires, I am still riding on my Michelin Defender tires. These are 205 55 R16s, and these tires have about 50% tread life left on them. They're rated as 50,000 mile tires, so we're right on the mark there. So I've put just under 25,000 miles on them, and they're still pretty meaty up front. You probably can't tell that. Dry rotting a little on the tread right there, but I'm not too worried about it as long as it doesn't reach the sidewall. So far, this is really the only set of tires I've had on the car, so I can't really compare them to anything else. But they're the highest rated tire in Consumer Reports testing for compact sedans, so I definitely think that I would want to replace them with these exact tires. Now Pinstripe is starting to fade in some places, especially on the other side. We've got some fading up front. I really do kind of wish it wasn't there. It just kind of screams like early 2000s to me. But other than that, mud flaps are holding up well. Coming around back, I do still have my little nick down here on the bumper. That was there from the previous owner, and as I said before, it's about $500 to get that fixed, and frankly, that's $500 wasted. I'll just wait for someone to bump into me at a stoplight and I'll get it fixed. Now, underneath, as you can see, I do have a chrome tip exhaust added, since only Coupe and SI models got chrome tip exhaust. And then I do still have my little rear wing spoiler right here. It's more of a deck lid, I guess you could say, not really a wing, but it's held up well, a good $150 eBay purchase there. My 35% window tint is holding up well, no bubbling or anything like that. And it does have a lifetime warranty, and so if me or any of the next owners do have issues with it, then they can get it replaced for free. Now, up next on the list, SI wheels. I'm going to wait until these tires are just dead, and then I'll take these wheels off and try and find a good deal on some SI wheels. If I can't find any then I'll just put new tires on this wheels and it'll be that. I mean, I'm not dead set on getting some SI wheels. It was just something that I pondered. And then roof racks, I actually have looked into getting a Thule or maybe some cheaper roof racks. But really, I'm not going to use them for their like full potential. An actual Thule, like, complete setup is about $500, and that's kind of wasted in my opinion if I'm not going to actually use it for what it's intended for. But maybe that's just me. It depends on the future of the car, and we'll get to that later in the vehicle, or in the video, pardon me. Now stepping in, we'll go ahead and start it up. Now as you can see, this is the key I've used day in and day out. The unlock button right here is starting to wear off a little bit, but it's still in pretty good shape. So we'll go ahead and start this one up. As you can see, I do have, if the glare wasn't there, 65, 621, and then I did get my oil changed at like 65, 70. So I've put just around 600 miles on the car since then. And so toggling to my oil life, as you can see, it is at 100% right there. So we'll go ahead and check out under the hood. Now coming underneath the hood, we do have Honda's R18 1.8 liter inline 4 with IV Tech. 140 horsepower, 120 odd some foot-pounds of torque to a 5-speed automatic. Definitely not the most powerful power plant. I do desire for some more power, definitely when passing on 2-lane back roads or on the highway. But nonetheless, it's a reliable power plant. No engine block cracking on my model. That's mainly on 06 and 07s. And you do have an 8-year unlimited mileage warranty if that ever happens. Now, no issues in here, besides we did replace the battery when we first purchased the car, and a lock regulator around back. But engine wise, we're really good. Just some oil and an oil filter, and we're fine. Now vibration, it is a little harsh at stoplights. I've read online that motor mounts can fix that after around 40,000 miles the motor mounts need to be replaced. But right now it's not to the point where I would replace them quite yet. So let's go ahead and check out the interior. Now coming back in, I just did a quick wipe down and vacuum at the car wash. Nothing too major. But coming to the seats, we do have the 6-way manual adjustable driver's seat. I would like to have some lumbar support. That would be nice to adjust that every now and then. But it fits me perfectly. Now I haven't leather conditioned these seats in a solid few months, and I've just got the normal cracking over here on the bolster and some knee marks right over here. But I would much prefer this leather over any cloth seats. But to each their own. My friend absolutely hates leather, and so he always looks for I guess cheaper cars, so it works out in his favor, I guess, monetarily. But we do have that little bit deeper crease right here, and then the same kind of wear right here from where I get in and out, and my belt might snag it once or twice. But coming to the floor mats, these are the WeatherTech Digital Fit floor mats. I've had these since Christmas of 2014, and so they're holding up well. I would definitely recommend you get the black ones because they do stain really easy since these are light colored. This is about the best I can get it. I've read online that you can buy some product to really scrub in between the those cracks, but it's not really worth it to me because they'll just get dirty again. Door panel, pattern materials holding up, nice padding, and leather stitch armrest is holding up well as well. Dashboard, nice and soft touch. Now there are some rattles starting to pop up over that tweeter right over there. It will, if you're going over really, really uneven pavement, it will rattle a little bit, but you just do a quick little dash smack and it'll stop rattling. And then over here, these silver trim pieces do kind of settle out of place sometimes, but if you just click those back into place, then it'll stop rattling, of course. And that's really my friend actually has an 09 Corolla LE, and his car, it's like a chatterbox inside. If you go over 60 and it's not completely smooth pavement, then there's rattles everywhere. And so I'm not hating on Toyota in particular, but I'm just really appreciative of the placement of some soft materials in crucial spots in this vehicle. Now steering wheel's holding up well. The leather wrapped perforated leather right here is not too shiny really, just because it's perforated. It really doesn't make your hands sweat a lot, which I'm thankful for. We do have the radio, and then our cruise controls over here, and then our headlights, and then our variable and speed wipers right there. Now audio system's fine, climate control's fine. Coming down here, just trying to make this video go a little faster, we do have our heated seats right here. I really don't like the placement of these heated seats because sometimes if I go over a bump, something from my drink will like slosh out and it will go into the heated seats, and it'll make them stick for a few weeks, but after you press them a few times it'll kind of loosen back up. So that's a little, I would like to have them up here. I think they fixed that on like the 2012 and 2013 models. They moved them from right here to under the climate controls. Now our glove box still has plenty of room in there, door pocket, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and check out the rear seat, and we'll unlock our doors right here. And coming back here, just got some junk that I need to clean out from Beach Week. But coming in, this is where my 5'8" driving frame would be. Plenty of knee room. Foot room down below is not as adequate as I would like it to be. The floor mats really impede the feet from going under the seat, just because there's a lip on it to prevent like spilling from happening. But all the materials do follow through back here. I do have the little bottle holder inserts back here. Shout out to one of my friends for getting those for my birthday. And then I do have my mat pocket back here. Long story, we'll get to that in a second. And then we do have my little trash can and just some clothes and stuff over here. So actually, for Beach Week, I did take a mini fridge to the house just because there was only 2 fridges in the house, and so I wanted my own, and I put it in my room. And I actually scraped the headliner up top right here. You can't see it. There you go. And it did cut it a little bit, but it was totally worth it. I just laid some towels out, and I tied the actual fridge down to the headrest right here so it wouldn't be like a projectile if I got in a wreck or slammed on brakes or anything like that. But 3 people in a mini fridge and everyone's luggage in the trunk definitely made for a sluggish Civic. If you ever drive one and it's only you in the car, imagine 3 other people, their stuff in a mini fridge. That thing, I was very scared to pass people. But coming back here, checking out our trunk, as you can see, everything's holding up well back here. We still do have the hinges that crush cargo. Trunk lid on EXL models is nice, and then we do have our emergency release right there. Seats do fold down 60/40. Do have my emergency roadside kit right here. I did get a tire pressure light, so I did have to pump up my tires. One of them was at like 25 psi, and it triggered the light, and it's supposed to be at 32, so I had to pull over. Or actually, I just turned around, went back to the beach house, pumped them up, and then turned around and went back because I still had about an hour and 20-minute drive back home. But our beach house we rented actually had a big pool, and so for Beach Week I bought this giant inflatable swan. I'm sure you've seen these on Instagram, and of course all my friends were had a blast on that. But underneath our cargo floor we still do have a compact spare tire and jack, and I did put some Fix-A-Flat down there as well. But everything's holding up well back here. And then that's basically it for the updates. Now, as far as the future of the Civic, I am looking at other options right now. I did look at an 08 Infiniti G35, just looking for something a little bit more refined and a little bit more premium for the long haul. Something a little larger would be nice as well. But I'm not in a big rush, as you could say. Actually, due to some insurance reasons, that's why we didn't get the Infiniti. It was going to be like a $700 hike in our premium or something like that, just because I wasn't 18 yet. I didn't have the special driving experience that needed for the premium to go down to equal out to what it was for the Civic, with that being like a luxury sports sedan. I don't know, it was really complicated. I've just got to wait until like March or something like that when the premium resets. But anyways, I'm looking at like Acura TL, something like that. I'm really not too concerned with gas mileage as long as I get about 20 mpg or so. But that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on the future of this car. It's definitely not going anywhere until the new year at least. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.